10 real-life superheroes. Did you know that Marvel Studios' movie Avengers: Endgame is the highest-grossing film of all time, with a worldwide box office gross of over $2.797 billion? Superhero movies have always topped movie rating charts worldwide. But what if I told you that you don't have to live in Gotham for you to sleep easy knowing there is a caped superhero patrolling the streets? Today we have compiled a list of 10 real-life superheroes who patrol the streets of their city, performing acts of community service, and in some cases, fighting crime. Now let's go fight crime, or at least meet the people who do. Number 10. Phoenix Jones. No, we don't mean the Phoenix from the X-Men. Sadly, she doesn't exist in the real world. Benjamin John Francis Fodor, on the other hand, is very real and fearless. Phoenix Jones decided to take policing matters into his hands after he witnessed 2 incidents where his loved ones were harassed by hoodlums and people just stood by. The 32-year-old is a mixed martial artist, and he started his vigilante career wearing just a ski mask, but he later went ahead to design a costume to enable police to distinguish him and the criminals. Fodor's costume is made up of a dragon skin brand bulletproof vest and stab plating, while his crime-fighting gear consists of a stun baton, pepper spray or tear gas, handcuffs, and a first aid kit. In 2011, some citizens of Seattle with military or martial arts training bound together to form what they described as a crime prevention brigade named the Rain City Superhero Movement. Phoenix Jones was the group's leader, and he occupied this position until 3 years later when it was dissolved. Number 9. Chinese REDBUD Woman. Wonder Woman isn't real, but the Chinese REDBUD is, and she is living proof that you can do superheroine stuff in a smoking hot and super sexy costume. She wears a blue mask and low-cut black tights. The REDBUD Woman is more concerned with helping the needy than she is with fighting crime. In 2012, she was spotted all over China, including Beijing and Hong Kong, giving warm clothes, food, and money to the homeless and the elderly. Her acts of charity and kindness were commended by a lot of people worldwide, while some others criticized her methods and her costume, insisting that she was merely seeking attention. We are not entirely sure of the practicality of her costume, seeing how she was spotted during the winter distributing warm clothes without putting on a coat herself. Still, whatever the case may be, the Chinese REDBUD Woman is a superheroine. The homeless people of China will not forget her in a hurry. She is indeed a woman with a lot of warmth in her heart. Number 8. Dark Guardian. Gotham has Batman, and the people of New York have the Dark Guardian. Chris Pollock began his crime-fighting career at the age of 19 with a superhero costume that seems to be inspired by the infamous DC character Superman. The Dark Guardian is a martial arts expert, best known for helping the needy, patrolling New York streets, attempting to stop drug deals, and helping the cops nab the dealers. He is also known for taking on pimps and gangs that are up to no good. In 2017, the Dark Guardian was appointed leader of the Guardian Angels, a volunteer organization created for crime prevention. He's also associated with other crime-fighting organizations, like the New York Ronin and the New York Initiative. Number 7. Purple Rain. Not all superheroines wear capes, but this one does. Purple Rain is a superheroine who is dedicated to fighting domestic violence and helping domestic violence victims. According to some sources, she was a victim of domestic violence herself, so she is passionate about it. She runs a non-profit organization named the Purple Rain Campaign and works hand-in-hand with other NGOs, including Northwest Family Life, to help domestic violence victims. The Purple Rain website generates money to fund her cause through charity drive-thrus and merch sales. The website also provides information to domestic violence victims. Purple Rain, who is formerly married to Phoenix Jones, was the oracle of Rain City Superhero Movement, a crime prevention brigade that was headed by her ex-husband. After the split between the couple, the superheroine announced that she was no longer part of the movement, and eventually, the movement was dissolved in 2014. If you are wondering about her costume, she wears a black and purple superheroine suit, and she is usually seen rocking a purple wig. Number 6. THANATOS NECRIUM. What do you do after you hear a police officer say that the only thing that homeless people have to look forward to is death? Easy, you become death. Or at least that's what this Canadian real-life superhero in Vancouver did. No, he didn't go into the streets and start murdering homeless people. He created a superhero identity for himself and adopted the name THANATOS after the Greek god of death. THANATOS, who is also known as the Dark Avenger, patrols the streets in his crime-fighting costume that consists of a black trench coat, a black tie decorated with white skull and crossbone designs, a wide-brimmed hat, and a black skull mask. THANATOS is best known for distributing essential items like blankets, food, water, and clean sheets to the poor and homeless. He does all these while wearing a bulletproof vest because you never know when you may get caught in a crossfire while feeding the homeless. Sadly, the real-life superhero was last spotted in May 2013. It appears the masked benefactor has retired. Number 5. Master Legend. This next superhero is clearly living up to his name and doing legendary things. He has become one of the most popular real-life superheroes the world has ever seen. So popular that in 2017, Amazon based the black comedy series Legend of Master Legend on his superhero persona. Master Legend was born on June 27, 1966, and some sources say that at 16, he had already ventured into the superhero life. He is the definition of a versatile superhero, as he is always ready to lend a helping hand, and he is also well-versed in self-defense, so he never backs down from a fight to protect the innocent. During the course of his superhero career, Master Legend has co-founded 2 NGOs, the first one being Team Justice, the first non-profit RLSH organization, and the second, Justice Crusaders, an RLSH group that operates out of Orlando, Florida. Number 4. Nyx. This superheroine took a page out of Thanatos' book and named herself Nyx after the Greek goddess of the night. Before settling for Nyx, the superheroine had changed her pseudonym from Helicat to Felinity, then to Sphinx before settling for her present pseudonym. She patrols the streets of New Jersey, either by foot or in a car, looking out for the poor and homeless, providing assistance in any way possible. In an interview, she said, "Being poor means being an illness, an accident, or a paycheck away from living on the streets." Nyx, whose mother is her inspiration, ventured into the superheroine life at the age of 16. Her costume consists of black and red striped leggings and a transparent mask. Sadly, Nyx is now inactive and is rumored to be married to a fellow superhero, Phantom Zero, aka PZ. Number 3. Mr. Extreme. Mr. Extreme is a real-life superhero. He became one in a bid to prevent crime and help people in need of assistance. According to the Real Life Superhero Project website, this superhero had it really rough growing up. In his childhood, he was molested and spent his formative years in a household of abuse. His costume was inspired by the Power Rangers and a host of TV superheroes. It consists of a helmet, goggles to conceal his identity, a bulletproof vest, a cape held on by magnets, a utility belt, and elbow and knee pads. His crime-fighting gear consists of a taser, a stun gun, and pepper spray. He was best known for his crime patrol and distributing food and juice to the needy. Mr. Extreme, who founded the Extreme Justice League, announced in July 2020 that he was retiring from the superhero scene after spending so many years helping people, doing community service, and preventing crime. Number 2. Black Rat. Hey, don't look at us. He chose the name. We didn't have anything to do with it. Black Rat is an Australian real-life superhero who began his superhero career patrolling the streets of Sydney in 2013. He is a public safety activist with a background in martial arts. The Black Rat's simple costume consists of pants, a shirt made of knife-resistant industrial material, a hat, and a face mask, all in black. His crime-fighting gear consists of a utility belt and a backpack that contains a fire blanket, fire extinguisher, a cell phone, a first aid kit, and drinking water. Black Rat announced his retirement in 2015, but not without making a name for himself and leaving his footprints in the sand of time. Number 1. Shadow Hare. I see the shadows of shadows. Cool tagline, right? It belongs to a vigilante superhero identified as Shadow Hare, who patrolled the streets of Cincinnati, scouting for ongoing crimes and saving the victims, sometimes at his own expense. Shadow Hare's costume consists of a black handmade suit decorated with a hare in front, a mask, and a cape. He wasn't officially endorsed by the police, and on one occasion, the Milford chief of police said Shadow Hare was endangering himself by doing something he wasn't trained to do. But the superhero wasn't deterred. His crime-fighting gear consists of a mace, a taser, and handcuffs. Aside from fighting crime, Shadow Hare, who belonged to the Allegiance of Heroes, was also renowned for his kindness toward the homeless. After 5 years of crime fighting and patrolling the streets, it was gathered that the Shadow Hare had dropped the cape to become a different type of hero. he joined the US military. There you have it, 10 real-life superheroes who are trying to change the world, one kind act at a time. We have come to the end of today's video, and since we discuss superheroes, it's only befitting that I leave you with the words of Tony Stark. Heroes are made by the path they choose, not the powers they are graced with. So, choose your path wisely. Thanks for watching. Leave the comment down below and let us know what we should feature next. Don't forget to subscribe for new and upcoming episodes.